What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. You guys see this plastic case, you usually know what it means. It means we are taking a look at it to you. I would show you that, but it wouldn't do you any good. This is the wrong case. So I believe I was just given the wrong case at the store the other day when we were there. No big deal. We'll just go ahead and bring the knife straight on in. So we are taking a look at a Tuya Envy V4. So this is one of, I think this is actually the latest design from Dave Warren of Tuya USA or Tuya US, Warren Blades, however you want to say it. This is, again, one of his designs, and I absolutely love this knife. Spoiler alert, which is kind of a going theme with these Tuyas. I haven't met a Tuya I didn't like. The one I like the absolute least, I still really enjoy. So anyway, let's jump into some specs on this thing, and we'll get into the nitty gritty on it. 3.5 inch blade, 7 3/4 inches overall, 3.9 ounces. So a really nice weight ratio there. Price tag on these things currently, now again, this is the current price, is $189. This is at the beginning of the year. So this is during the Tuya closeout. So they are closing out their previous models, making way for 2025 models. So if you're catching this later on in the year, that price could be different, or this knife may not exist anymore. Right now, these things are in stock on the website. Make sure you go check them out. You can use my code and get these things for 170 bucks, plus your taxes and whatnot. And yeah, this is a phenomenal blade for that price tag. You're looking at S90V steel, titanium, and purple haze fat carbon. Just absolutely stunning combination for that price tag. But let's go ahead and jump in to the knife up close, see what we're looking at. So that standard kind of blasted titanium here, and then you have the beautiful, beautiful fat carbon inlays. So fat carbon will from time to time have a few little odd and end things in it, so you might see, so it does have like a speck of white here and there. This is to be expected with this carbon fiber. It just, again, unfortunately, it is just one of those things. Does have a really interesting quarter length backspacer here with a built-in lanyard. I've never been a huge fan of these kind of lanyard holes built into the backspacer, just kind of poking out the back here. But again, I guess if you're going to do it, make it a part of the design and make it as aesthetic as you can. This would be probably one of the only things I would change about the knife. I would like to see maybe this just swollen out and actually just be all part of the handle. But again, I digress. It's not a deal breaker at all. Still absolutely love the knife. Inlays are done, again, very well. You got them on the back here as well. Really nice pocket clip. Very thin, doesn't look like it would work as well as it does, but it's nice and flexible, so it does allow easy in and out of the pocket. You do have a single cutout for the lock bar relief, so that's nice. You've got less to snag. T8, T6 hardware, thumb stud only. Let's go ahead and get that thing out here. So taking a look here, you do have a flat ground S90V with beautiful belt satin and hand satin flats, thumb stud only. Very interesting looking thumb studs. Not typically what you see from Tuya, but these do work very, very well. Jimping on the back of the blade is short, but what's there is very functional. Again, you got that kind of that drop point, kind of almost a modified sheep's foot blade shape with a swedge there. Again, really gorgeous stuff. It is a frame lock. Lockup is spot on. Let's go ahead and, while we're sitting here, go ahead and check our centering. Centering is dead on. Again, as per usual, we've talked about it. So the, there is not much, and there's actually a smile on this one from the factory. There is, the plunge grinds are pretty bad on these knives. Again, it's just something that I expect from these knives. It's something I'm hoping they will start working with. And I have talked with Dave, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that's something we'll start to see. But their grinds, no mistaking, their grinds are absolutely gorgeous. And these knives are razor, razor sharp right from the factory. The actual sharpening looks to be very symmetrical. Even the smile looks to be the same on both sides. Let's take a look at that tip. The tip is a little off here, so you can see you've got a little less of a tip grind on that side than we do on this side, so we'll probably see that reflected here. It's hard to see. It actually ends up looking pretty straight right there, but you can see that this side there is just slightly less on that grind than there is on this side. but as far as looking straight down on the tip itself, it looks pretty daggone good. So the knife itself, action is stellar. You can see that there, it drops really nicely. And part of that, you know, they do have, you know, no big heel there to cut. So when it does drop on your nail, it's not going to sit there and destroy your thumbnail. The blade is pretty light, so you can stop it if you want to, like I did there. So you can just get it to break just enough and get it to stop before it touches your thumb. Let that drop. Fantastic job there. Take a look at the lockup spot. So there's your fully locked open, and there's where your detent catches. So a really great job on that. So there's your detent, and there's fully open. Detent, fully open. Detent, fully open. So really great job there. So at that point, you're already past your detent, and you can just kind of let her shut down. Really like the closed profile of this knife. It's just very appealing to me. Thumb stud action is wonderful. I really would, if there was one thing I would change about the knife, other than of course the plunge grind, would potentially be the thumb studs. I would like to see a little bit of a grippier stud here. You know, there's a lot of folks that complain that studs are too aggressive, and it's all personal preference. But I personally would like to see something along the lines of like the Wrath or Wrath V2 on these studs, where they are definitely more grippy. But that being said, it is a nitpick. You know, they don't need to be. It's just I would like personal preference being there. I would like that to be a little grippier, so I don't have to put as much pressure downward on the thumb stud to get that grip that I need to rocket the blade out there. And the hand, again, so no lefty love on these. That's pretty much the case with most, if not all, of the Tuya knives. This one, it feels great in the hand. The pocket clip's nice and small, so I don't really feel the pocket clip at all. Yeah, it's frame lock, so everything feels great. Really nice, simple handle shape. Lock bar access doesn't look amazing, but it's really good. It's a nice lightweight lock bar, so no real issues there, even though it's not chamfered. So if they did chamfer that, that would give you a little better lock bar access. But even for me with my fat thumbs, I don't have any issues getting in there, disengaging that lock. I mean, I've fidgeted with this knife a ton over the last week, just picking it up this week, 5-6 days ago at the time of filming this. So I really have no issues with the knife as far as fidgetability or anything like that goes. Ergonomics feel great. I've carried it a couple of days. It carries well in the pocket. No super heavy duty cutting, which I don't do heavy duty cutting anyway, and if I do, I typically have either a utility knife or a fixed blade to handle any heavy duty rolls that I need. But this, it feels good enough in hand. I don't think I would have any problems with that. It's just with S90V, you kind of worry about some chippiness there. But as long as you're not cutting in anything super hard or worried about hitting any staples or anything like that, you don't have to worry too much about that chippiness. But it will hold that edge for a very long time and work really well for you for 85 to 90% of your utility needs, and hold an edge extremely well, especially if you keep stropping it and keep bringing it back to life every couple of days of use. So yeah, that's really all I've got on this one. We'll go ahead and hit the hardware like per usual. That looks fantastic. And so you can grab a hold of the screwdriver bit there, and same thing there. Let's see, are we T8s all the way around? It looks like we are T8s all the way around, so we'll go ahead and check all of them here. So great job on that. There's that one T6. Okay, I thought that looked like a T6. And then our lock bar insert is a T6. So great job on that to you. Fantastic design, Dave. And those that don't know, Dave is an amazing human being. So if you can show him some support, please do so. Like I said, check out his website right now. At the time of filming this, there is the closeout sale going on. So not only this knife, but there's tons of other knives that are available for amazing, amazing deals. Most knives are well over $100 off their traditional pricing. So, and then my 10% off code does stack on that, so you get an additional 10% on the sale. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.